Today is Stugatz's show, and we want more NBA deadline talk. So, okay, more NBA deadline talk is what you will have. One of the great joys of my life here, as Stugatz has signed, Stugatz Army signs at the Philadelphia parade.
Yeah.
One of the great joys, keep in mind, Stugatz, in journalism, I'm the court jester. I'm the guy who sells his vote for the Hall of Fame because he likes hijinks. I'm the player apologist who agrees with young people and thinks you shouldn't judge the athletes. In my world, I'm not the serious one. Imagine my delight on a television show and on this radio show that my sensibilities from my world, which I'm the jester in my world,
Right.
they pale compared to what it is that you guys want around here, which is just clown show talk about trade talk. That's what you want, even though I want to tell you about Hollywood's most toxic bromance, the implosion of Charlie Sheen and Lenny Dykstra. Let me read another paragraph from this, then we can get back to your what-if trade deadline.
Oh, really? Can we play the open again, or what?
Time for Dan's favorite game. What if?
All right, but over lunch in a corner booth at the Beverly Hills Hotel Polo Lounge, it's another wild man, more famous and even more hard-living, once his best buddy, but with whom he no longer speaks, who has him gabbing. So evidently Dykstra and Charlie Sheen are in a room together somewhere. Sounds like Dykstra explains that he believes his one-time friend Charlie Sheen is on the verge of being prosecuted in a roundabout way for knowingly spreading his HIV, and that the actor is under federal investigation for tax and wire fraud. What's more, Dykstra claims to know this because it was his own semi-accidental whistleblowing to the government that got the Internal Revenue Service sniffing around in the first place. Quote, I don't know why Charlie doesn't try to leave the country, Dykstra says.
Now, it's been reported that the Grizzlies are refusing to listen to any trades for Marc Gasol. What if they start listening? You got Cavs in a panic.
They open up their ears?
The Anthony Davis deal didn't happen. The DeAndre Jordan deal didn't happen. Memphis, what if we offer you the Brooklyn Nets pick?
What?
Can you
Give us Marc
imagine?
Gasol.
Right.
Can you imagine?
If they start listening.
Dykstra
That was a good one.
isn't done. He goes on to float that Sheen was involved in the sudden death of a member of his own inner circle.
Wait, what?
You heard me. You want to turn down the music for that?
I didn't hear you.
No.
Turn it off for that?
No.
Was involved in the sudden death of a member of his own inner circle and beat his pregnant ex-fiancée.
That's why you wanted me to turn down the music.
The 52-year-old Sheen, feel free to ignore me defiantly, though, to stick with what if and trade deadline talk. I think that's the better career move. The 52-year-old Sheen, says Dykstra, is not simply the drug-addled clown that tabloids have been feasting on for years, but is truly dangerous.
What if, guys?
Okay, I'm listening. You got me already.
It's a big what if.
I'm invested.
A big what if. No, the biggest one I've ever had.
No.
What if?
The biggest one you've ever had.
The biggest what if ever.
This is the biggest what if ever. What if? What if?
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's so, but what if
What if?
LeBron James is willing to waive
What?
his no trade? Who gets him?
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? No! What?
I told you it was a big one.
Wow! Oh, you didn't save it. What?
Dykstra is going public now with his new information about Sheen, he says, because he's genuinely sickened by the worst of the actor's behavior. Quote, I'm not a saint, but I will not tolerate a man beating a woman, he says. Still, under questioning, another motive emerges. Dykstra was friendly with Sheen for more than 2 decades, eventually joining his core clique. Now he's excommunicated. His allegations against Sheen are telling. His willingness to share them even more so. The doomed bromance of Lenny and Charlie is a glimpse into the hedonistic lure of a real-life entourage, only sadder, more desperate, and ultimately damned. A cautionary tale about Hollywood alpha male bonding at its most decadent and damaging. Why do I sound like Robin Lee?
Why'd you do the LeBron one so early?
Yeah.
I got Tyreek Evans now.
Well, what do you think? I got one on John Wall here. I got one on John Wall.
Dan, wait.
Wait a minute.
skip by the Tyreek Evans one and just head straight to yours.
Yes.
What if
Okay.
the Washington Wizards, who are 5-1 since John Wall went down, realize that they are better without John Wall, and they put him on the block today?
I can't get back up.
Roy, I've never seen you more animated. There's glitter falling out of the sky. Mike is eating glitter, and this is the most animated Roy I've ever seen. All right, Tyreek Evans, possible what if next.
Stuttgart once a new